Hello, Likers. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only, your baby girl, Malika. Likers, today we are doing a critical review of Mr. Aloy series for the Love of Money episode 6. It starts with Patrick and Hilda. Her name is Hilda, the PA. Patrick is, expressing himself, telling her how much he enjoys spending time with her. They obviously enjoy each other's company because she complimented him as well. She told him she feels the same way. She likes spending time with him and everything. And Patrick also wanted to be a little bit personal. Whether I thought this was supposed to be done before you even laid with her. So Patrick wanted to know if she had any relationship, if she was into any relationship. Obviously she said no. If I was her, I would definitely say no. She said no. So to him, it's more like, I just want to get to know you, because I don't want to be stepping on toes. So I guess it's what he wants to know, maybe because he doesn't want to step on toes. And Hilda made him understand that no, 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 no. I don't have anyone, and I enjoy spending time with you, and I want it to be you. So the next scene shows Patrick and Hilda in the car, kissing and everything. And the person that Ibrahim, the guy that Ibrahim paid, that through Informa, that he's taking pictures of them. They're in the car, playing around. Patrick wanting to kiss Hilda saying no and stuff like that. The next scene shows what's her name, Christabel, who is telling her mom that she's certain that Patrick is seeing someone else. She's certain that Patrick is cheating on her. But when you look at the scenario, it shows that Christabel's mom is very reasonable. She's an old school. She understands how these things works. So she makes Christabel to understand that you cannot accuse him like that, except you are 100% sure, certain. So she says she's 95%. Her mom is like, that's not good enough. You need to be 100% sure. And if you're 100% sure, then you have to fix your ways. You understand? Stop the nagging, because you are pushing him outside. And she didn't like when her mom said that, because to her it was more like, how can you say I'm pushing him outside? He's it's not my fault. Her mother was like, it is your fault. And the honest truth is that, like, as in us here in Africa, when there's a problem like that, when there's separation, divorce, it's the woman they accuse, because normally our culture shows that a woman is the one holding the house down. You understand? So her mom told her there are two ways to catch a fly, without buying it. It's either honey or vinegar, and it will be best for you to use the honey method, to you easily catch a fly, in a good way, and the fly will stay. You understand? So try to make her know that seduce your man, stop nagging. Even if you find out that that's what is happening, change, because this constant quarreling is not helping neither you nor him. And as a woman, you have to do everything to make sure your man stays at home with you. Or is it that you want to lose your marriage? Christabel doesn't want to lose her husband, but at the same time also, she's not making effort to keep him, because she keeps fighting with him. You understand? She's not paying attention to him. He wants to be intimate. She doesn't want to cuddle. She doesn't want anything. So eventually you go and look for it out elsewhere, because that's how most men are. Men, they want to be pampered. They want to be casual. They want to be treated as kids. Unfortunately, that's their nature. You understand? So Christabel's mom is trying to teach Christabel the ropes on how to keep her man. And she's seeing it as if it's too much of a work. To her, it's supposed to be both responsibilities. But truth be told, her mother is right. Unfortunately, that is the truth. It's true that some men cannot be kept, but at least try your best. Try your best for it not to work. So the next scene shows Christabel working on her laptop, and her phone. And Patrick comes out from the bathroom, like he's stressed out. He's tired, he's exhausted, he's very uncomfortable. Christabel noticed, because now her mother has told her, pay attention to your man. So she noticed, and she wanted to know and what was going on. So Patrick told her like how he was feeling. And she decided to be attentive, to pay attention, to massage him. Patrick was shocked the lies. Yeah, because he doesn't receive that. you know. Like, as honestly speaking, I don't know if I'm saying this because I'm single, but most married women, when we are single, most of us, we are like the perfect side chicks to our boyfriends, you understand. But as soon as we get married, we become the mothers. Like, you don't want to do some certain things, and that's not how it, because men, they have this high expectation that a woman, you have to break your back, you know. Like, the things you used to do when you guys were single, you have to still do those things, even if you have kids. They still have that expectation, you know. So that is the problem. So she managed to like give the man some massages, you know. Patrick is not really trusting her because he's wondering like what's going on, and she gives him a peck. That was good. The next scene shows that's the next day. Christabel, she has prepared breakfast for him, something she has not been doing for a while, you know. And Patrick was shocked. The lies was like, what's going on here? So Christabel told him, I made breakfast for you, you know, stuff. You know, when it's something that you're not used to, and he was like, today is not my birthday. What's going on? Like, to him, he was like, are you for real? Is this real? Because it's not my birthday. Don't give me a later thing that it was my birthday. No. And the first thing, typical dad, the first thing he wanted to know was about his child, like where was Zara. Patrick, Christabel told him Zara was prepared, like having her bath, preparing for school and everything, you know. This guy is shocked. Realize why? Because this time of the day, normally Christabel will be on like her social media stuff. She's a content creator, she'll be creating her content, she wouldn't even care, you know. So her husband is shocked, like not knowing that Christabel is taking advice from her mother, which is a good thing. I just pray it's not too late, because already he's seeing this girl, and this girl is giving him the things he need, you know. She's caressing his ego, which is something that most men love, you know. They love when you caress their ego, you know. So Christabel is really making efforts. She's really listening to her mother, you know. And Patrick, on the other hand, he's surprised, you know. Like he can't, like he doesn't seem to he's disoriented, you know. It's more like he doesn't seem to understand what's going on right here, you know. But Christabel is reassuring him that no, it's cool, everything is fine, you know. I just wanted to have this breakfast. She's happy, she's smiling and all the rest, you know. He's happy too, but at the same time he's surprised, you know, because to him, this is, he doesn't understand. So the next thing shows Christabel, you know, prepping lunch for Patrick. She put her food, water, fruits, you know. And she's on the phone with her mom. So her mom is trying to tell her to dress, look nice, a little bit sexy but covered, sexy in a responsible way, you know, how to carry herself, how to should do those things, because it will, like, it helps in relationships, you know. She's happy, you know. So she's willing to win her man back, because she sees that the man is going astray, and when men stray, forget it, that's all, it's over. The next thing shows Patrick, you know, in his office, he's working, and his phone rings, you know. He picks up. The security guy tells him, your wife is here to see him. And he was shocked. The lies, like, my wife in my office, this, it has never happened, what is going on, you know. So he asks that his wife should come, they should let her in. And the next thing shows Christabel that comes in, she enters. Immediately she gets in. Patrick, what are you doing here, you know, because she's not used to doing it, and he's not used to this you know, baby boy lifestyle, soft life that Christabel wants to drag him into now. So with Christabel, she talks him like more like, I care, you know, like I just wanted to do something nice for you, you know. Patrick, to him, is more like, I don't get what is going on. You've been doing these things for days now. You cook breakfast, you massage me, now you're bringing lunch for me. You're being nice all of a sudden at home. You know, you're being so caring. What is going on? What is happening? So she's reminiscing, making Patrick to know that she misses their old days. She misses when they were in love. She misses him. She misses when, you know, he will take care of them. She misses those good times they used to have, you know, the times they used to spend together, you know. Unfortunately, it's gone now. So she wants to rekindle that love back. She wants them to rekindle, you know, what they used to have, Because she misses that. So Patrick was like, I'm sorry for you, but I'm not there. Honestly, I'm not in that space. But the look on her face, she's willing to work for it. She's willing to, for them to work through it. She has no issues. And now Hilda walks in with her skimpy clothes. She's not even greeting the person she saw. She just, how would a secretary, a PA, sit like that on her boss's table if there's not nothing? Patrick, seeing that he's uncomfortable, he has to introduce Hilda and Christabel. When Hilda realized that, oh, you see, that's why you do not misbehave in public. You don't know who is who. When she realizes it, she skipped from the table and now wants to be nice. You've already messed up. You've effed up already. No amount of shouting will make you like gather yourself again. And that was when Christabel was like, so this is the same Hilda, the same Hilda that will be disturbing my sleep, texting you at odd hours, calling you, stuff like that. This is the Hilda. So Patrick's excuse, she's my PA, like she has to inform me about the matters of the company. Whatever is going down, I have to be aware. I'm her boss. What are you talking about? You know. Now, like us, no one can blame this lady. No one can blame Christabel for feeling this way. But it's true that she was supposed to keep her cool and wait for her husband to return home. You understand? Because she went on to ridicule Hilda by cursing out her dressing. It's true. Hilda was like, her cleavage was out, her tummy was out. She was wearing a crop top. She was a mini skirt. Her thighs were out. Honestly speaking, that I've said this from day one. Her dressing is, it's not an office setting. That's not for an office setting. Honestly speaking, So Christabel was all up on her dressing, the way she dresses, the way she looks. Like that, to her, she was like, you are definitely having an affair with this girl. You're sleeping with her because she's so confident enough to come into your office and sit on your table. You see, that was wrong. But now the problem is how Christabel reacted. That was what was bad. Because yes, it's true that every you like, we all have our own ways of reacting, no doubt. But her reaction was, he was crazy. And she went ballistic when Hilda was like, would you let your wife talk to me like this? And Patrick apologized on behalf of Christabel to Hilda. It made Hilda go ballistic because, yes, honestly speaking, how can you not have anything to do with this girl, but you are apologizing on my behalf to her in front of me instead of apologizing to me? Like, Christabel wasn't buying it. Yes, because Patrick did wrong. Honestly speaking, Patrick did wrong, and Christabel got so pissed that she started beating Hilda. Patrick wanted first to save his laptop, his desktop, before any other thing. He didn't want wahala with company stuff, And Christabel, I can't say two fighting. They were not fighting because Christabel was beating Hilda up. It's not even a joke. Patrick had to step in, to hold Christabel so that Hilda could run away. This was, honestly speaking, this is where you know that Christabel effed up big time. Big time. Rule number one, never fight your husband's mistress. Don't you ever react in public like that. Rule number two, honestly speaking, don't you ever let people show your weakness to people. Patrick was very disappointed at Christabel, saying that, how can you come to my office and fight? How is that even possible? Who does that? No matter how angry you are, you were supposed to wait for me at home, which is right. Because if I was in that position, I know it's not easy, but me, they calm me, honestly speaking, I'll just opt and walk away. So they started going back and forth. Christabel was cursing Patrick out, for humiliating her like that in front of his PA, his presumed PA. She was so angry, she cursed the hell out of him, like, tell him all the bullshit that she's been keeping in for a very long time. But Patrick, at this point, he has been caught, in as much as he will not accept it because there is no physical evidence. Patrick, on the other hand, was just trying to calm her down, and telling her that he's disappointed, that it will be best for her to return home. Christabel just grabbed her bag. She grabbed the food. You see, this is one thing about us women. She grabbed her food and left because she's like, you don't worth it, you know. So the next thing shows Hilda, who is, instead of going into her office, this girl rather stayed in the corridor complaining, like, why would Christabel treat her that way? You know, what did she do? Like, is she poorly dressed like this? Look at her dress. What is wrong with? Of course, everything is wrong with your dressing, love. Everything is wrong with it, girl. Honestly, as she was doing those things, she saw Christabel coming her way. She started panicking. She's freaking out. Now, Christabel. Christabel dropped her stuff and started beating her again. You know, Christabel started beating. I gave her the beating of. She was screaming screaming in the way that Patrick had to hear from his office, and he had to step in. You know, to separate them again. You know, that was so embarrassing. Patrick was separating, and Patrick was screaming like, "What, Christabel? What do you think you're doing?" So Christabel got so angry. You know, because Patrick was holding her so that what was Hilda will be able to escape, and that was how Hilda was able to escape away from her. And Christabel got so pissed, you know, by that. She got so angry that why is Patrick holding her, you know, that she's sick and tired of this. Like, what is happening? Why would Patrick do this to her? Why would Patrick humiliate? So Patrick decided to ask her to leave his office, but Christabel said she's not going anywhere. So Patrick threatened to call the security to come and take pictures of her that they'll post it online to bloggers, you know. So she had to go. It has to just weaken her. So, like, as we are going to end here, honestly speaking, Christabel effed up. Why? Because as a married woman, if you respect yourself and your husband, it doesn't matter what, you don't fight in public. You do not fight him. Neither would you fight the side chick, because that girl does not owe you loyalty. The person who owes you loyalty is your husband. I have this problem with married women, and even girlfriends have entered this league as well. You know, that they'll be fighting their boyfriends, girlfriends in public. Are you okay? If you fight as a girlfriend, it means you fight as a wife. Why would you want a relationship like that in the first place? You know, so Christabel effed up. And no matter what you do, respect yourself enough to know that I cannot disrespect myself in public like this. You know, imagine your pictures being out there for you fighting. So, like, as your mental health has to be protected, that's why I'll say no to toxicity. Okay, and on this note, I'll have to say bye, guys.